Hello, and welcome to Lumpia and Latkes. I'm Jay, a Filipino American.
And I'm Mitch, an American Jew. We are friends
and former co-workers.
We riff all day at work and decided to create this podcast for extended conversations on anything that intrigues us.
We won't always get it right, but we'll do what we can. Thanks for joining us. This episode, Infomercials. That is what we were talking about for this topic of the week. And infomercials, that's the things that pop up when you're like laying in bed. It's either going to be, back in the day, it used to be the George Lopez show, where you hear that that theme song at like 3 a.m, or it would be an infomercial. One of these guys, like Billy Mays, Vince Offer, Kathy Mitchell, all these different people, where they're talking about all this random product you could buy just through the TV.
Yeah, that was old school, man.
Yeah, I mean,
that was wow, different times.
We've moved on. They still have infomercials, but for the most part, we've moved on to just you can buy stuff from TikTok. You can buy stuff just from because like I think Amazon now has their own TV channel where they're just selling product all day. Like random people, like influencers are selling stuff. It's very strange. But back in the day, you used to have these people who were infomercial pitchmen or pitch women or just pitch people who would sell stuff to you, right? Kind of like how you have on Home Shopping Network or QVC, but this was just straight up. These people are specifically for. They do one product for the whole shebang. Usually, it's like an hour long for these pitch things, right? So the first person that you think of, probably if you know pitchmen, is Billy Mays.
Absolutely. Hi, Billy Mays here with Flex Tape. With Flex Seal.
Yeah.
No?
Flex Seal.
I thought it was Billy Mays.
That's Phil Swift. That's the wrong guy.
Oh, Phil Swift.
Billy Mays.
To Flex Tape? Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Billy Mays is OxyClean. He did health insurance stuff. He did the Mighty Putty. Yeah, OxyClean was his biggest thing.
Oh, the OxyClean. Yep.
So, Billy Mays, he start first of how these guys come about, right? So, pitchmen, when they usually show up, is actually they're usually working at like trade shows where you have you have these trade shows where they show off products and try and get retailers to buy them. If you're good enough, someone will take notice. Like, because they also have like people that have like television production companies. They'll come through and be like, "Hey, you're really good at selling that product. Sell that on our TV channel." And that's how you get direct to TV. You used to have like As Seen on TV, which is still a big brand, but.
Well, they had advertisers, man.
Yeah, advertisers.
Advertisers. You had to pay for the channels and everything.
That's right.
So some of these companies would buy up space, especially on some of the other lower channels. Back in the cable days, when people were still using cable, and hell, people still use cable these days. But back when cable was a little smaller, and each channel needed certain advertisers and whatnot, they paid for their airtime, and they would literally just put an infomercial on. For hours. Hours.
Yeah. Well, maybe
customer testimonials and all sorts of craziness, man. I mean, it got crazy on all that.
And if you go online, you can find like the YouTube poops of them now, where like there are all the remixes of like all the different ones that are out there. But Billy Mays, like one of the guys does pretty much the leader back in like maybe like early. Like mid 2000s, right? He was doing it more than anybody else.
Yeah, in the 2000s, he was a very recognized name. Yes, absolutely. A couple of the others on there, like this is probably before your time, but it's time that I'm familiar with was Ron Popeil. Or Ronco is what it morphed into earlier.
Right.
But man, that guy had all sorts of different stuff going on for him. And one of the ones that I found was crazy. There was two actually that were absolutely crazy that Ron Popeil did, and I'm pretty sure he's the one that did them. We might have to look him up and verify him, but I'm almost positive. I'm just going off of memory for this, so I didn't verify it. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe he did the spray in hair where you could all you
pretty
do
sure that was
like,
him. Yeah.
Yeah, it just sprayed in the hair and it like started making the hair look like it would grow and shit. And it
Yeah.
looked really cool. But if
On
it got
TV.
wet, it came
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. The spray
Or
hair
it
is like,
started
this was a
melting or
different
whatever it
time.
was.
People have to realize this is
Yep.
a different time when
Yep.
HD wasn't a thing. So with
No.
the advent of
No.
HD, now you could really tell. Like, so
Right,
that's the
right.
funny thing. Like, because, we're old enough to remember the switch from analog to digital and
Yep.
the creation of HD and HD television
Yep.
cameras.
Yep.
Especially for like
The
local
other one that he
news.
did.
Yeah.
Yep. But the other one that he did was also the hair vacuum, the
Hair
haircut
vacuum.
vacuum. It was
Oh,
a
yeah,
haircut
that is the thing.
vacuum. You
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't
they're
cut your
old
hair,
school,
but yeah.
totally old school.
Mm-hmm.
It literally the vacuum would cause the blades to turn,
Mm-hmm.
and that is what cuts your hair.
Right. But then it kept all nice and tidy because it's cutting your
It's
hair, yeah,
all
at the
one
same
length.
time. Yeah.
Yep. It
Yep.
was all one length though.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
It's
Crazy stuff, man.
basically a
But
new
see,
version of the bowl cut.
right.
Yeah.
Almost kind of like the version of the Volca
Yeah.
in some crazy ways.
Yeah.
But see, he was taking the same concept that like the military used at their barbershops and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Because I don't know if you've been on base at some of those barbershops. I only went once when I was a kid because my parents were in the military
Uh-huh.
like yours. But you get on base with a barbershop and literally they have your regular, electric razors,
Yep.
barbershop clippers, if you will.
Yep.
But it was hooked up to a vacuum.
Yep.
It had a
That's right.
vacuum on the back end of it. Shit was crazy. I'd never seen that shit before. I was like, but yet I go to a normal barbershop. Hell no, man. That shit falls on the
Yeah.
floor. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I mean,
Crazy.
it falls on the floor and then they sweep it up real quick and they're like, "All right, next,
That's it.
come on in."
You got
But
it. You
back
got
to.
it.
But also for Ron Popeil, like the biggest thing that he probably had was the Showtime rotisserie oven, which is the thing
Yeah,
the
this
the
rotisserie
big
oven.
thing, to set it and
That
forget
one
it.
and the dehydrator, buddy.
Right, the food
That and the
dehydrator.
dehydrator.
That was a weird one.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, people were really into food dehydration back in like the mid,
Oh my God.
like late
Yep.
'80s, early '90s. So it's really weird. It's like,
Yep.
oh, you can get everything better
Yep.
if you just dehydrate it. Here's the apple slices, just dehydrate them. They're
Yep.
great.
Yep.
It's like, can't you just eat them as normal? I don't understand. But
I
and
don't
then
know which commercial it was for, Jay, but that
yeah.
food dehydrator one, I remember the chick in the infomercial would say, "And my favorite, turkey jerky."
Yeah, turkey. Yes, that is a thing. Yeah, and then the weird thing too is like in the things like he would always be having his family show up. Like I remember he had like his cousin Joe and like his daughter and like all the family would show up to sell stuff on his infomercials.
Yep.
That was a weird thing. Selling was
I
definitely
think
a family business.
did he do knives too at one point?
Oh
I think
yeah, he did
tried
knives
some
as like a
too.
giveaway
He
for
did
his
all
stuff
sorts
too.
of
Yeah,
shit.
he
Yeah.
just always throw in extra crap at the end. And I remember for the Showtime rotisserie oven in particular, it was one that we were watching the whole family because we were like just watching infomercial. I don't know why. But it was weird. They took the same old Showtime rotisserie oven. Apparently, they changed the price, and then all they did instead of making a whole new infomercial, they just changed the price and said like whenever Ron Popeil would say like 4 easy payments of $99.95, the announcer would come on and say like, "No, Ron, now it's only 3 easy payments of $99.95." That's all they literally did, and I was like, "This is." Okay, I mean, hey, it's still the same product. I mean, that's an economical way to do it, I guess, rather than record the whole thing over. And then they always had the fake audience that like clearly they said they're like they had
that
stuff.
was a paid audience.
Yeah, it's a paid audience.
The audience was supplied the product or something like that. They actually would put that down in writing down at the bottom of the screen or something like that.
And they would have
the
like
audience was
chefs
compensated for their time. Yep.
It's like, this is so strange. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
Because they tried to make it seem like a real TV show. It's like,
That's
okay,
right, man.
It's not a TV show.
That's
it's an
right.
infomercial. But
that's right.
Back to Billy Mays. He also had his friend Anthony Sullivan. At some point they had the TV show Pitchman. And I don't know if you remember this. It was on the
no.
Yeah, it was on the Discovery Channel. It was let me see if I can find it. There we go. April 15th, 2009, Discovery Channel began
Wow.
airing Pitchmen, a documentary series that featured Mays and Anthony Sullivan in their jobs in direct response marketing, which is infomercials.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then after Mays' death, Discovery Channel aired a special Billy Mays tribute special, Pitchman, a
Wow.
tribute to Billy Mays, and then they made a second season that only had Anthony Sullivan, the British guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
Interesting.
and
Now,
then
I don't remember Anthony Sullivan.
Anthony Sullivan, it's the British guy. He's a new dude for, like, he's known now as the dude for OxyClean, and he took over from where Billy Mays left off. But I remember his one thing that he would do was with this like a smart broom. But it's not really nothing smart about it, but it's just a really good broom. And he would always like use it like, whatever's on the floor, I'll get it. Short hair, long hair, your hair, my hair. It all comes up with the broom. It's like it's the most British ass voice you can ever hear, but it's really cool.
No.
But then we lost unfortunately Billy Mays. There was misinformation out there where people are saying that he died from a head injury that he experienced on a flight after he when it was like landing he allegedly hit his head. That's not a thing. According to the autopsy, it was actually at first they said heart disease and cocaine. Because he did, it was known that he did take cocaine.
Contributory cause of death,
right? Mm-hmm. But then the family actually did not like that they said cocaine, and they got a different report. And apparently, another autopsy said it wasn't cocaine. Didn't add to it at all. I mean, it was known that he definitely was a user of cocaine, but that had been out of his system before he passed, so that wasn't a part of it. So it pretty much was just the heart disease which got him. Really sad. There are other.
That's sad.
Apparently, other painkillers were also in his system. I mean, you have to realize these guys. They started out as regular men, and then slowly but surely, this is Anthony Sullivan right here, that British actor.
Oh, okay. But, I've seen him.
But slowly but surely, they get exposed to all this. Fame, and fame does stuff to people. Especially if you're just a pitchman. I mean, Billy Mays got super popular. Everybody knew who he was. And then some people deal with that fame in different ways. And unfortunately for him, it was drugs, which God rest his soul. But past that, then we have Vince Offer. Vince Offer is the dude who did the slap chop, and this is him. And apparently his real name is Offer Shlomi. He is from Israel. I had no idea he was Israeli. Yeah, that's very interesting. And this dude
he did a really he had to have some. That's really amazing considering how he talked.
And he's gone through a lot of stuff. He's had quite a career, more so than just doing pitch stuff. First off, First off, he is definitely known as the arch nemesis of Billy Mays because he would always have knockoff stuff, right? So he had a slap chop, which everybody knows that slap chop where he says, "You're gonna love my nuts." That's that slap chop.
Oh man, I love the slap chop. Man.
But then Billy Mays before that,
that thing never worked.
Oh, well, I mean, I've seen videos on the thing that seems like it works. I don't know.
Okay.
From other people.
Right. It's a pain in the ass. It was a pain in the ass. But I guess so.
Yeah. But then before that, Billy Mays had the quick chop, which is the same thing, but it just doesn't come apart. Right? And then Vince Offer later came out with the Sham Wow. Probably Vince Offer's biggest thing, even bigger than a slap chop, because the Sham Wow was a really good. It's like a microfiber towel, really.
Exactly. That's really what it was. Microfiber towel. Yep.
And
actually, what it was considered was a chamois.
A chamois. Yeah.
You remember the chamois?
Yeah, chamois. Yeah, they actually sell those.
They still sell them.
They sell them at Dollar Tree now. Just chamois.
They still sell them. Yep.
But then
my dad swore by them.
Yeah, I mean, they do hold their weight in water if you or liquid in general. But then before that, Billy Mays had the Zorbies. So it's like, okay, so this guy's just one-upping him and getting other things and just having a better time at making the same products, but he's just stealing Billy May's thunder. It's like, all right, I mean, that's a way to do it, I guess. I mean, sure.
I guess so.
And then this dude also, apparently, he's running for Texas 31st Congressional District as a Republican in the 2026 midterm elections. What kind of arc does this man gone
through? Is that confirmed or unconfirmed? Is that confirmed?
It's I don't know. I mean, he filed to run, apparently. I don't know if he's actually running, but yeah, according to a raw story by David McAfee, this is back in 2025, so, I mean, November 2025.
Okay, not too long ago.
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
Apparently he filed to run. Received on Friday, can be viewed on the Texas GOP site.
So, what do we say? Mazel tov?
Sure. Sure.
It's congratulations. You're running for office.
Yeah.
Very happy to hear that, buddy. Good luck.
Okay.
Best of luck to you and all your future endeavors.
So you sold product, and now you're like, all right, I can run for Congress now. It's like,
why not?
Okay, sure. Anything's possible. Why not? If you can have a reality star be the president of the United States, why can't you have a pitchman be a congressman? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean, weird things have happened. I mean, we had who is it? The wrestler that was a governor or something.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah,
Jesse Ventura of Michigan.
Yep, and then also
may he rest his soul too. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he passed away a while ago.
I think he's still alive. Yeah, he says he recently had an interview somewhere. Yeah, I think I saw him pop up in an interview about something.
I could have swore Jesse Ventura passed away a while back.
You can look it up.
I could have.
Let's see.
I'm trying. Yeah. I'm trying. My phone's not cooperating here.
Jesse.
Yeah. Being remote sucks.
Jesse Ventura. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's still alive.
Okay. I'm sorry. My mistake.
Yeah. He's
74. You go,
74
buddy.
74 years old, yeah.
Man,
born in 1951.
You go, buddy.
But anyway, and then also, of course, who can forget the Governator, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Movie star became the governor of California. It's like, all right, things can happen. It's just like I never picture not say anything bad about pitchmen. I mean, sure they're wonderful people, but like just to all of a sudden say like, I'm sure it's not all of a sudden, but now he's running for Congress. It's like I don't know how far he's going to get, but hey, more power to him. I mean,
you got to have a couple of bucks to go ahead and get on the ballot.
You do.
I mean, you got to pay to get on the ballot.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And, there's got to be a good reason for you to go and get on the ballot.
Yeah. And then also, I don't know if you remember this, he also made a movie. He made two movies. He made the underground comedy movie, which I never saw.
Nope.
But then this one, Inappropriate Comedy. I watched that one. That was 2013. And it's terrible.
Interesting.
It's terrible. Really bad.
Terrible.
Yeah, it has.
The film also features Rob Schneider, Michelle Rodriguez, Adrian Brody, and Lindsay Lohan, and that was terrible.
It was terrible. Adrian Brody, in particular, did basically Inappropriate Comedy. It's like the whole day, the whole concept of like everything has an app on your phone. Basically they're parodying the whole Apple stuff, right? And every button you would press would bring up a different skit. And Adrian Brody in particular had what is it? It's like Dirty Harry, but it's like gay. It was really distasteful and just terrible. Like instead of saying go ahead and make my day, he says go ahead make me gay. It's like wow.
Oh, is that where that line came from?
Yeah, that's the movie that this is. And it's like okay. God. And it was terrible, really bad. And then of course, everybody, if you don't remember anything about Vince Opry, you probably remember at some point he had a run-in with a prostitute.
Did he really?
Yeah, February 7th, 2009, Offer and a 26-year-old prostitute were both arrested at the Setai Hotel in Miami Beach, Florida, after a physical altercation. The police report stated that the woman had bitten onto Offer's tongue and refused to let go, at which point Offer punched her in the face and left her with lacerations and fractures. So Offer later spoke of the arrest. He said it probably saved my life because he was probably in a really bad way. Because, like, when you start going to prostitutes, like, you got a problem, buddy. But I remember seeing this come up on TV and, like, the news and stuff. It's like,
wow,
okay,
how the mighty hath fallen.
Yeah, the guy who told us about the slap chop and the sticky and all this kind of crap. All right, he went a different way. A way that we're not expecting.
He sure did.
All right, and then let's get into this one. Kathy Mitchell. Now, do you remember Kathy Mitchell?
I'm sure if you hum a few bars, I might remember it.
Do you know the way to San Jose? The Kathy Mitchell is. She looks like somebody's grandma, and she is somebody's grandma.
No,
it's this lady with red hair and Caucasian kind of heavier set. She's done so many
red
things.
Copper.
She's done Red Copper. She's done the Quick Taco, Red Copper 5-Minute Chef, Flatfold Colander. Dump Diet.
Come on.
Eat This Book infomercial.
All sorts of kitchen stuff.
Even this book is a weird one.
Stuff.
Even this book is a weird one because it's a book that it has recipes, but the recipes are written on edible ingredients. So you take the book and you take those ingredients off, and then you use it to make your dish. That's a weird one.
That's fucking weird. That's just fucking weird. I'm sorry.
And then this one is the one I want to talk about. Ramen Joy.
So, Ramen Joy. Okay.
Ramen Joy is a weird thing because Ramen Joy is a product. It's a book that shows you how to make all sorts of things with ramen, like the ramen noodles that you eat, like from like Maruchan or Top Ramen. That and it's how to make all sorts of dishes, including desserts with ramen. And the thing is, they made this infomercial, and no one ever bought it. It sold so little that they never actually made this book. They had the ones for the show, for the infomercial. They had it, but they never actually released it. So the people that had their orders got canceled. And the thing is now, there was a guy who, man, I think I looked him up at some point. I don't think I have him, but I'll have to look up his YouTube channel. But there's a dude who was curious about it, as more curious than anybody else would be, because he actually went to do all the work and did this nice little, almost like mini documentary about trying to find out what happened to this Ramen Joy book, right?
Okay.
So he did all this research. He reached out to Kathy Mitchell's son. He found his email, and then Kathy Mitchell's son said, "All right, well, I don't know what happened to that book, but I can get you in touch with my mom." So showed up. She responded back, said, "Oh yeah, that book never got made, but they made another book with it because they had that same stuff. They just changed the name and released it later."
What?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
That book exists. Yeah, the book exists.
So
and
people
it's out
bought
there.
Something that never existed.
Yeah, they bought a copy. They bought a version of the book that never came out.
Wow.
But it did eventually come out. It came out as I think it's just cooking with ramen instead of just Ramen Joy. So
that's weird.
They never had to pay the original publisher. They just, I think it got bought. From what I understand, it got bought from one of these big publishers, and they just released the book anyway. It's like, okay, that's a thing, sure.
That's weird.
And then the one that she did also that I you can find a lot of these infomercials on YouTube, and the one that really caught my eye was Micro Crisp Wrap. Micro Crisp, yeah, and it's from the 90s.
That I don't remember.
Yeah, it's something that I never saw until I found it to YouTube, and it's basically a almost like a parchment paper slash like aluminum foil that you wrap your stuff up and you put it in the microwave and it just cooks your food, and you can cook anything, including raw chicken in the microwave.
Okay, well, you can cook raw chicken in the microwave.
Well, yeah, but it's like, I would never think to cook raw chicken in the microwave.
I would never do it either, Jay.
I
really wouldn't want it. I have no desire to do that, Jay.
Yeah,
but
that sounds disgusting.
People have done it.
Sure. And they've also, what have they done? They've also microwaved their ramen in those styrofoam cups, which apparently you weren't supposed to do, because they released those ramen cups out, and now it says now in a microwavable cup. It's like, what? We weren't supposed to microwave it? What the fuck?
They never told us not to.
Yeah. Never knew that. Never knew that was a thing. And then
that's crazy, but whatever.
Yeah, and then also in the Micro Crisp infomercial, she sprays everything with what she says the healthy alternative to butter, and she uses just Pam. It's like, how 90s can you get? It's like, that's not exactly healthy either.
Nope, not healthy at all.
Yeah, and then the same thing with like when they used to talk about like margarine is much better for you than butter. It's like, it's still not good for you.
It's not good for you.
Yeah,
it's not.
But yeah, Kathy Mitchell, and then this other guy, Joe Fowler. Joe Fowler is like a male version of Kathy Mitchell. If we look him up, you might recognize him. He's it's kind of hard. I think he's Canadian, but he done a couple.
Joe Fowler was did the WWE from back in the day, back in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, but he also did a bunch of.
Oh, that says 93.
Yeah, 1993. Mm-hmm. But the one that I saw also on YouTube, the Kitchen Champ, and the Kitchen Champ was an American-made food processor, but it does more than that. It says it saves you over $1,500. It's a mixer, food processor, a blender, a meat.
Meat
a sausage grinder. Maker thing.
Meat grinder.
Yeah, whatever this thing is. I don't know what this thing is. I forget what this is. I don't know.
It looks like a slushy maker, man.
I guess,
it looks
sure.
like a slushy maker or ice cream maker.
Yeah, honestly, it's like all these other things. Maker. Oh, an ice crusher. And also,
there you go.
And also, how 90s can you get a bread maker? It's like
a bread maker.
Do people really need bread makers?
All in one, huh?
All in one. And the funny thing is about this video.
Dude, come on. Bread makers were the thing back in the day, man.
They were.
Did you not have a bread maker at your house?
We never got into that, doing bread makers.
Oh, yeah. No.
I mean, fresh bread sounds very intriguing. Maker. Yeah.
Oh, she made some delicious bread all the time. Oh, man. Pumpernickel. And then there was like a honey wheat. Like, oh, man. You remember Spinnakers from back in the day?
Spinnakers.
It was at the mall. It was the flower pot bread.
Oh, no. No, I don't know that.
Yeah, man. You used to be able to get flower pot bread, and she made something similar to that a couple times. That was so good.
Okay. Anyway. But yeah, this thing, he's like making really interesting stuff with it, and like he's doing like head to head with these actual devices. And like, see, it's much faster, and it has like a really powerful motor. It's like 4 horsepower or something. It's like really powerful motor.
Right.
Back in the day, and when he's doing it, he has to basically scream because the thing's so freaking loud. It's like, it's funny. It's like, look, I think he says at some point, you can hear how whisper quiet it is, and he's like basically screaming. It's like, dude, that's not quiet at all. It's the funniest thing. The Kitchen Champ. That's a very good one.
That's great.
And then in true like world crossover event, Joe Fowler and Kathy Mitchell actually teamed up and did the turbo cooker, which, if you remember, the turbo cooker. Yeah, the turbo cooker, which is, you would think it'd be something really cool. It's like, all it is, it's like a dome for a pan, and it has a vented lid. And it's double walled. It's supposed to make it more fancy, but it's like, they're like, it speeds up the cooking time. That's because you just covered up the steam. I mean, it's not.
That's right.
But they treat it like it's the most revolutionary thing, like they always do in these things.
That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Yeah. Look, when they sell something, they want you to buy it, and they will say anything that they possibly can to make you think that this is going to revolutionize your entire life.
Yeah, they want you to believe.
This one pot cover is going to change everything about you. We're going to walk taller. You're going to have a brighter smile, you know?
But then that brings in like the whole question of like, all right, they usually get the same people. Like, there's only so many pitchmen. I mean, they got more these days, and you eventually got other people. But for the majority of them, they do, like, especially Kathy Mitchell, she does a bunch of these things, or has. She doesn't do it anymore.
Right.
So it's like, okay, and every time she's saying, this is the best way I've ever made this for my family. But she said that about every single product. She's making the same stuff. It's just so funny.
Absolutely.
It's like the hypocrisy is like, all right.
You have to.
I mean, you're getting paid, right? I mean, yeah.
That's right.
And then we can't talk about all these people without also talking about the great and mighty Phil Swift, who you were talking about earlier, with Flex Tape. You know, Phil Swift is actually he's actually the CEO of Flex Tape. I didn't know that. I thought he was just a spokesman. No, he's also the CEO.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, huh. I'm glad he believes in his product. But yeah, he's popular for saying, when he saws the boat and it said, I sawed this boat in half. That's him.
That's right. Loved it.
Yeah, and then I remember also he did a great crossover because, this man is fully aware of social media and all that stuff. He has a TikTok account.
Right.
And JonTron?
JonTron? No, I haven't heard that name.
Oh, okay. Well, do you know Game Grumps?
Yeah, I know Game Grumps. Yep.
Game Grumps, like before, used to be hosted by this guy JonTron and also Aaron.
Okay.
But after he left Game Grumps, he went to start his own channel called JonTron, and it's a big channel. He had millions of subscribers, and he did this.
Sure.
Did this thing on Flex Tape, and who was to show up but Phil Swift? It's a very funny thing. It's all very tongue in cheek. Phil Swift kind of comes down from he brings JonTron up into like a Flex Tape heaven with like a Flex Tape chair, and it's just very funny.
Lord.
It's very interesting. It's like, all right, more power to him for being able to realize that the internet, you need a little bit of levity every now and then. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
that is pretty good.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all the pitchmen. There are plenty more pitchmen and infomercials. They're out there.
Oh, there
These
are.
These are the ones that like I've watched. I've gone down the rabbit hole watching many.
Sure. Absolutely.
And
absolutely, man.
So if you ever up at night and it's 3 a.m, instead of watching the George Lopez show, why not watch an infomercial? See what they're selling. Why not?
You may be motivated to buy something, like I
right.
did.
Buy that $7,000 diamond ring. Why not?
I got conned into. I was sitting in my bed. This was like, I don't know, a long time ago, and I bought the True Action Fishing Lure.
Okay.
It was $30. And it came with a full kit along with the True Action Fishing Lure. And you can Google it. There's an infomercial for the True Action Fishing Lure. And it actually moved like a real fish, and they guaranteed that it wouldn't snag.
Oh, I think I saw that.
I got it because I was going to Lake Gaston, or technically Kerr Dam, and we were going to go fishing on the boat, and I just wanted to do it and have a great time. So I bought it. I spent $30, bought it. Very first cast with that True Action Fishing Lure, guess what happened?
Broke.
It got snagged, and I pulled the line and broke it, and it never came back. It was gone.
Fantastic.
Yep. Best $30 I ever spent.
Well, that's the thing. Buyer beware on this TV stuff, or even stuff from TikTok, or Temu, because you're taking a risk. But
truly.
In any case, that's all we got on infomercials and pitchmen.
If you have anything you want to add, please don't forget to put it on Facebook.
That's right.
Or YouTube.
Like, comment, subscribe on our Facebook, Olympian Latkes, or on our Podbean website. We're a bunch of places, but go to Facebook. That's the best place to find us. And then that gives you all the links, gives you links to our episodes, links to the articles we have for This You Call News, and also other little fun things and updates from us.
That's right.
So, anyway, when we come back, it will be the coffee table. We'll see y'all real soon. A coffee table book is designed primarily for display and casual perusal, rather than to be read from cover to cover. These books showcase topics that act as a conversation starter for guests. This is the Google AI overview for what is a coffee table book. Each week we read and discuss such books with or without the coffee. Pull out a chair and take a seat at the coffee table. Good morning, Lumpia and Latkes listeners and viewers. We are here at the coffee table, and today I have a Korean milk iced coffee, and that is from Paris Baguette. Delicious place. If you haven't been there, it's great. Almost like it's basically one of those Korean French bakeries, which is a thing. I mean, I've talked about it before.
Really?
I think here. I first found them when I went to Atlanta, right, for a business trip, for work stuff, right?
That's right. You did mention that to me before.
And those places are delicious. And we finally got one here in the Tidewater area, and it's called Paris Baguette. There is another one that's like in Newport News. I can't remember the name of it, but it's not like a major chain; it's just a one-off. But this one, is a chain, and it's fantastic. Paris Baguette, and they got like all the little pastries and stuff. Delicious. They make them, I think, all day, and they're open till 9 p.m. Open super late. And they have delicious coffee. And one of the things is the Korean iced milk coffee, which is very delicious, very tasty.
Right.
So that's what I have. What do you have?
I have a hotel room basic coffee with the little tiny ass little creamer thing. But, it's not even real creamer. It's that one that's like the pump. So it's like a concentrated mix of it or whatever. So it's like real cheap shit. Yeah. But it's medium dark roast. So I can't really complain. I like dark roast personally. So, yeah. But it was either that or decaf.
When I leave the hotel, I always take those with me. The little bags and the things. Like, well, they're for me anyway. I'm going to take them home.
I mean, yeah, that's what you want to do, Barb.
That's anything that's not nailed down, the towels, the bed sheets, the pillows, the lamps are not nailed down. Anything that's not nailed down, it's going in my suitcase. I'm going home.
Well, they took care of most of that now. They got sconces on the sides of the beds and everything.
Boo.
So
take the light bulbs.
Most of that shit
take
nailed
the
down.
light bulbs.
I showed you the picture of the daggone chair in my room.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a weird looking shade lounge. It's like something that I imagine like a 70s like emperor in Rome would have this kind of shade lounge. Okay. Just leaning back, eating grapes. Yeah, listening to 70s music. That's my imagination. Anyway, all right, good. We both got some things. I think mine might be better than yours. I had to imagine.
I think so. Yes, I think so. But you never know.
You never know. I mean, hey, you know what? The best part of waking up is hotel coffee in your cup. I don't know.
I just wish that the breakfast would get better.
Yeah. I mean, the continental breakfast is usually the fun thing. I mean, like, you ever seen that thing? Like one of those things, it's like unethical thing to do, like unethical life hack. It's like, all right, you want a free breakfast? Yeah. Go to a continental breakfast at a hotel. Yeah. They don't check. Oh, you walk in, you get your food.
Hardly ever.
Yeah,
hardly ever.
It's not that they go around asking like, "Hey, what's your room number?" You're not supposed to be here. Get out. They don't
exactly.
check.
They're not.
It's screwed up.
Exactly.
It's screwed up. You shouldn't do it. But
no,
if you want to be that kind of person, I mean, if they got a Belgian waffle machine, I think I understand.
Right.
So I'm with you.
Yeah.
But other than that, if you're just going in there for like some cold cereal.
Dude, I don't even have a Belgian waffle machine. I have one of the pancake machines.
Oh.
I tried it this morning. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was the worst pancake I've ever tasted. And the shitty part is it's probably, I don't know, maybe 1.5 to 2 inches in diameter. That's it. And it's flat. The son of a bitch is flat. It doesn't even rise. The batch is it's a bad batch. It's really what it is.
It still sounds better than what we used to get for for this for this company, for the company I'm with that used to be with, they had this
Whoa,
hotel
whoa.
where it was
Uh-uh.
huh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Mm,
Time out. Time out. Yeah, go ahead. All right, go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
what?
I don't
Okay.
think it's bad food, but
Yeah.
you go ahead.
No, the stuff. No, I mean your stuff is fine. The stuff that we had back in the day was bad because it was they called it a grab and go breakfast, and it was a bunch of like ready made stuff, like stuff you could put in like a
Oh
microwave,
no.
and it's just like this is your
Oh
breakfast,
no.
and they had muffins and like some little like box juice and things. It's like all right, and that was fine. I mean, you didn't really expect gourmet. It's
Right.
breakfast. It's just
Right.
something quick to get, right? And
Mm-hmm.
but then the problem is as the week went on, or weeks if you were there for a long time, it would
Mm-hmm.
get less and
Yep.
less until there was nothing left. And it's like they just kept forgetting to. That's why eventually the company straight up left that hotel and went to another chain because of all the
Oh.
complaints.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I heard. Okay.
yeah,
Now you're absolutely right. Yeah, I
yeah.
know that.
That's the
And the
thing.
ones we went to, man, I'm sorry, delish, like homemade,
Mm.
made from scratch omelets right there for you. They make your omelets, they make your Belgian
Yeah, the
waffles
new
there, they
one.
make
Yeah,
your pancakes there.
yeah,
Um, Bacon every morning.
yeah,
Coffee's okay, but you
yeah,
usually have to go out front to get the coffee.
yeah.
You can't.
Goose
I mean, you
bites
can
in
get
the
coffee from
morning.
them,
Yeah,
but yeah,
you want to fight a
hmm
goose?
it was
Yeah,
good, man.
great. Yeah, okay.
Oh God, don't talk to me about Gary. Don't talk to
Yeah,
me about Gary.
yeah.
Come on.
Anyway, we're getting
Oh,
off topic. Let's go ahead. You were
yeah,
talking about
totally are.
shares earlier, and that's kind of where we're
Yes,
going
chairs.
with this thing, right? With this first
Exactly.
book,
Yep.
back to Mike
Yep.
Nelson, Mind Over Matters. Let's go.
When a chair is a card. I find myself targeted by designer office chair suppliers who bombard me with their catalogs. This happened suddenly, allowing no opportunity for me to move my family and change my name to something blander. Mark Nelson? Yes, I'm hurt, as everybody would be, over being over being assumed to be an office chair consumer. Have they seen pictures of me and recognized something weak and lumpy about my bearing that would suggest I sit around all day playing video solitaire instead of carrying I beams and tossing hot rivets or putting on boxing gloves and punching other men? Why am I not sent horse tack or cement mixer replacement parts catalog or a sales pamphlet featuring 1, 2, or 3 liter bottles of leather scented muscle oils and extra duty weightlifting belts? Yeah. It seems obvious they took a look at my credit report and said, in effect, two children, buys Toyotas, pours his voluminous backside into a creaky office chair, and uses pasty hands to manipulate with some effort a mouse and keyboard all day. Probably even uses one of those ergonomic trackball mouses to avoid hand strain. Yes, I have one, but I could use a regular mouse if I wanted to. I'm not that soft. Okay, whatever, buddy.
Hmm.
And though I'm hurt, sure, I look at the catalogs because who couldn't use a new office chair? But I must say, I'm alarmed and confused by modern design. So, to summarize, after receiving in the mail and glancing at an office chair catalog, I'm hurt, alarmed, and confused. Took them that long to say that?
Yes.
The catalogs I get feature small pictures of their chair designers themselves, little glamour shots pasted atop a much larger picture of the chair itself. Invariably, the designer is a silver haired gentleman from the Low Countries. Know, as as everyone
Yeah, that's
know,
weird. I was
whenever
like, wait,
silver,
as everyone
yeah,
knows? I don't
as
know.
everyone, I believe as everyone
That's
knows.
weird.
I
Okay,
think that's a typo.
this
Yeah.
man's a professional writer. I mean, okay,
Yeah, but
all
hey,
right,
as
sure.
everyone knows, whenever silver-haired gentlemen from low countries get together in numbers greater than two, they leave behind them a trail of minimalist furniture, and that principle is certainly on display in my unwanted catalogs. Feelings of spikiness dominate. If one lived in a house that was very much like a huge piece of broken glass, each chair would be at home in it. But the ad copy for the chairs is in stark contrast, the stark part of it, no doubt delighting the designers, to my impressions. They are described as having whimsical curves, a charming design, and very often as being witty. No chair I've ever come across is funny, haha. Is it possible for a chair to be witty? What would that look like? I suppose if pages of the blithe spirit were laminated to its cushion, or if it had a microchip that part that excuse me that allowed it to parrot Dorothy Parker or Alexander Woolcott, it could perhaps be described as dryly witty. But these chairs don't have these features, just aluminum powdered coated frames. What if your chair were genuinely witty, cleverly designed, utilizing classic basal planes and double curves and materials that reference other designs in a nimble and wicked manner? I bet it would get old really fast. You'd say with a wry smile as you noted how witty your new chair was. About 5 days into ownership of it, you'd still be marveling at its fresh invention. 7 days in, you'd be aware of its novel interpretation of classic themes, but you'd begin to be slightly irritated by them. After 10 days of nothing, the design's wink and nod attitude toward the modernist school, you'd punch your chair right at its spurting, witty little face and then step on it, bending a leg slightly and damaging its aluminum powder coating. Even if your chair were designed to be warmly humorous, down to earth, and excessively friendly, I would have to think even that would grate after a while. One catalog features a chair referred to as spunky. While I'm trying to get my work done, I don't think my chair interrupting me with its pluck and vigor. I don't want my chair. Okay, there. That's kind of crazy. I want a sturdy thing to sit on, not Mary Lou Retton. Well, who wouldn't want? I don't know if I want to have Mary Lou Retton. I don't want to sit on Mary Lou Retton. I mean,
no comment.
Anyway, this is old. You can tell because
I mean,
Mary Lou Retton reference.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about catalogs. We'll get there. Yeah.
Oh, I get you. It stacks intelligently too, as if trying to prove that it knows when to get serious and allow itself to be stacked without mouthing off. Still, Spunky's dark side is all too likely to be aloof, bitterly acerbic, or even cruel. What am I supposed to make of these extra modern chairs that are shaped like huge elongated butterfly yo-yos or large amorphous white blobs that look like frozen ghosts? Those things run into real money. The white blobby number costs more than $6,000. Good Lord. What if you got it home and you couldn't make any sense of the directions saying screw leg B into blobby white protrusion C? There are an awful lot of blobby white protrusions, and one protrusion looks very much like another. So you throw it together with little confidence and sit on it for years before seeing a properly assembled version, realizing you were perching on the left side all this time. If you called the customer complaint line for the chair, they'd probably just tell you it was being spunky. Wow. Happily, the great majority of chairs are dull, witless objects that seem quite content in their place as mere tools for supporting human backsides. Mine, a secondhand task chair, has, at best, plain good looks. If I was being uncharitable, I might describe it as unpleasant, not much to look at, or as pretty ugly, really. Regarding its personality and intelligence, thuggish comes closest, although thick applies. And if you said of it, what a loser, you wouldn't be far from right. It's not spunky at all, certainly no more than, say, Salman Rushdie or Jerry Orbach is spunky. And I'm happy with its Rushdie Orbachian level of spunkiness. Thank you.
Man. Okay.
Okay. I mean, what a rant about the
chairs.
Magazines that he's getting about chairs.
Well, it was mainly about chairs, but let's talk about the catalogs first, because that's somewhat dated right there. Because we have catalogs, they still exist, but I mean, the fact that we're doing everything online these days, catalogs kind of lost their place. I mean, they used to be a big
Well,
thing with like Sears catalog.
they've morphed online. That's where everything is
exactly.
now,
But like the paper catalog, like a magazine that's just like here's all the stuff you can buy. It's like that.
I received a catalog for a big company just before the holidays, or a couple months before the holidays. I'm pretty sure you did too, if you're an Amazon Prime member.
Yeah, I mean that's like that in itself is strange. It's like that's Amazon Prime is like there's so much stuff. It's like there's many companies on Amazon Prime. It's like that's a weird thing in and of itself. The one that I got over the holidays was for GameStop, and it was like, all right, sir, GameStop.
You love to hate that place.
Well, I mean, I still have the membership, right? I mean, I haven't renewed, but then I think I just dropped down to a regular Power Up Rewards member instead of a Pro member. But then I got.
Do you
this
even get
catalog.
anything of value out of that card, anyways?
You get like a $5 like coupon for stuff. I don't know, but anyway. So the point is, got this catalog, and it's like, okay, cool.
Right.
I can see what's out there. There are no prices. It's like, okay, so what is this for? Just telling me like, hey, this stuff is in the store. It's like, oh wait, how much is it? Can I buy it from here? No. It just says go to the store. It's like what's the point of this? What is the point of this? I don't understand. Yeah. But then we go back to the old days. It's like, okay, you can actually buy stuff. You had to actually they had a little card that you could fill out or a phone number. It's like, all right, call this number, have this item number. It's kind of basically it was like a book version of HSN or QVC is now. Or even Shop at Home if you watch that.
Sure. Oh, dude, I can remember back in the day, man. We had catalogs from Sears, Montgomery Ward's, fucking Macy's, all those crazy places, man.
Yeah.
That used to be how people could shop.
Yep.
That used to be, mail order stuff. That's how they worked, and that's how, and it did work. It did happen.
It did.
It was a thing. But everything's morphed now to online, and you can look at everything you need is online. Just take a look, and then boom, you can get it within hopefully 7 to 10 business days. So speaking of shipping and stuff like that, I have an interesting story. There was an item that we had purchased a while back, and we ordered it. It was supposed to be for a family member, and it was ordered November 17th or 30th, somewhere around there. Just Friday, I emailed the company to ask them where the hell the package is, because it still wasn't there. Now, I get emails for tracking information on it, right? Yeah. But that stuff would be, I would get an email. I kid you not, it said that it was coming from overseas. Like, I watched 5 days worth of tracking where it was overseas in Italy somewhere, and then it made its way to Spain, and now it's going to head to the United States and shit like that. And it was like I said, almost 2 months, a month and a half had gone by. So I emailed them. They came back and said, our records show that it was delivered. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, no.
That's really strange. Okay. So then I looked at the date of the information they have for delivery. It was that very day. It was still in the mail. It was actually in the mailbox. Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
How about that?
Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, like the delivery, the tracking information, it's only as good as the people that are scanning it, and also the notes that they leave. Right. It's similar to similar to the jobs we do, being field techs. I'm only going to know what stuff is going on if someone leaves good notes, and that's the same thing with with delivery drivers too, because they'll leave stuff wherever unless you tell them exactly where you want it. It's a thing, but yeah, it's a weird thing. But let's talk about the other part of this. He went on a rant about chairs and how spunky they are. It's I never thought about chairs being spunky. I believe him. I don't remember actually looking at ads for chairs, because you get a chair. All right, I think most people are aware of a common office chair. It's all right, you have either your mesh chair or you have the one that's that leather or faux leather, like that kind of high back office chair. Those are those are two of the main ones that I can think of. There are many others, but
there are thousands others, my friend. I mean, I can tell you that there were 2 chairs that I ever sat in, and this is the craziest thing. two chairs that I ever sat in that were probably the most comfortable chairs. They just happened to be the chairs that my dad picked for his office. He
Mm-hmm.
had one chair for probably 35 years until it finally just broke.
So,
But that was the most comfortable chair I would ever sit in. And then he bought another chair behind it, and that one was absolutely comfortable. But yeah, it's hard to pick out great chairs. I mean,
yeah.
I've got a decent chair at home myself, and honestly, it was one that I worked with somebody else to pick out. I wish I had arms. They said, no, you're not going to need arms. And in all fairness,
Mm.
if you're sitting there doing work all the time or moving your arms around, you really don't need the arms. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not absolutely necessary. You're constantly moving your hands around. You don't need armrests. But
Yeah.
if you're sitting there, you want armrests. I wish I got armrests.
Yeah, and then I think there was also a thing where people were buying the chairs without the armrest because it was like more of a TikTok thing where people were like, oh, I'm gonna sit, you can get those big chairs and you sit crisscross applesauce or Indian or the less politically correct way to say it, the
Right.
Indian style in your chair where you cross your legs and you do that whole thing. I'm like, that's a interesting way to sit, I guess, in a chair like that.
Sure.
It's like, all right.
I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that base has got to be freaking huge for my ass. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's why
what I
I'm
mean?
saying like the best chairs for like big guys that I've ever found are the ones by Shaq and Opus Mix. Those are great, expensive,
Yeah.
but those are great. I've sat in
Yeah.
those, and those are wonderful chairs. Oh man, they feel great.
All right.
Yeah, good support. They feel
Okay.
comfortable. Yeah, they feel premium as they
But
should
they're
because
expensive as shit.
Yeah, but for a big person, I mean that's a premium top of the line thing. I feel.
Sure.
But yeah, anyway, that's chairs, catalogs. It's like, and then random references like Jerry Orbach. Like I remember, and he passed away since this all happened. He was from what is it, Law and Order, right? Something.
I
Was it
believe
Law and
so.
Order or one
I
of
believe
those criminal shows. Yeah,
No, it was Law and Order. He was
the original.
He was the detective.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. He was also in Dirty Dancing.
Yep, and one of my favorite things, a musical called The Fantastics, and he sang the song "Try to Remember." If anybody likes musicals and they want to find a really good song, "Try to Remember" is a song from The Fantastics. It's a great song. It's just piano and it's just Jerry Orbach singing. He has a wonderful voice. He was also if people don't know, if people don't remember, it's from Beauty and the Beast. He was Lumiere. And he sings "Be Our Guest." Yep. Yep, he does it well.
Yep, I forgot about that one.
Yep.
Good Lord, that was a long time ago.
He had a very storied career. God rest his soul. But yeah, so...
Good actor.
Yeah, good actor. But yeah, all right. Chairs and catalogs, that's a thing. All right.
Yes, it is.
Let's move on to the other book. Let's go back to some stupid history, shall we?
Sure, why not?
Let's see. The Truth of William Tell Told. It's a disturbing story, to say the least. An oppressive bailiff named Hermann Gessler was sent from Austria to Switzerland in the early 1300s to maintain control of the people. He placed his hat on a pole and ordered the citizens to salute or bow to the hat and to show their allegiance. William Tell, along with his son Walter, walked by the hat without honoring it and were accosted by guards. Gessler forced William Tell to shoot an apple off his son's head in exchange for his freedom.
Wow. That's crazy.
Tell put one arrow in his crossbow and another in his quiver and easily shot the apple from his son's head. When asked what the other arrow was for, Tell told Gessler if he had hurt his son during the stunt, he would have used the extra arrow to kill Gessler. Needless to say, Gessler got the point. He was infuriated by Tell's arrogance and ordered him imprisoned for the rest of his life. Tell's legendary prowess with the crossbow and unfailing love of freedom made him the hero of Swiss independence. The story would be even more disturbing if it were true, but it isn't. William Tell didn't have a son, didn't own a crossbow and never even saw an apple. Why? Because William Tell never existed. The great 14th century hero of Swiss independence was born in the imagination of an anonymous 15th century storyteller. I quiver when I think how many people have been shafted into believing this story is real.
Wow.
That's a
That
thing.
is crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that William Tell was a fake.
You always heard the story about William Tell with the apple. It's like that's the only part I ever knew. I never knew it was about his son and
Yep,
all
yep.
that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know
Yep.
that. But it's like, I always set it up there. I never thought it was real. I didn't think it was real. I was just like, I always set it up there with
Oh,
like,
okay.
with like Johnny Appleseed. Like, planting the trees and making the apples. I don't
I,
know.
I can't say.
I don't know.
I,
I never thought about it.
I don't recall if it was truthful or not. I'd like to think it was, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't recall specifically if anybody told me it's a true story, but
Apparently, it's not, according to the thing.
that's okay. Well, hey,
Right.
good on you.
All right. Let's go with a real shoe-in. In the 1600s, Louis the 14th of France, born 1638, ruled 1643 to 1715, was at the height of his power. But unfortunately, that was the only height he could claim. You see, the Sun King, one of the most beloved monarchs in history, was, how should I say it, short. Since the cards were stacked against him in the height department, he decided to use stacks to even things out. He added a few inches to the heels of his boots. The elevator shoes elevated his stature, but he got knocked down a few pegs when he noticed he'd started a fad in his royal court. Soon everyone was wearing elevator shoes. Not to be
Lord.
not to be overshadowed, Louis added even more height to his heels, and the royal court followed suit. Soon people were tottering around in footwear resembling the Frankenstein monster at a disco. Eventually, men's heel size came back to earth, but women stayed perched on high. In the 1800s, American women began emulating the exotic styles of Paris, and soon French heels became part of the American fashion scene and were referred to simply as high heels.
Mm-hmm.
On the same page, it says who won the Tony Award for Best Supporting or Featured Actor category in 1950? No one. The judges for the award decided no Broadway performance was worthy of that award. I don't see how that's related, but that's on the same page.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So
that part's interesting.
Yeah.
But I knew about the French heel. It turned into high heels. Yeah, I knew.
I
about
didn't know
that.
that.
Whole portion
I know that. I know that Americans, at that time were always, have always been, actually still today, are influenced by Paris fashion. This is the thing. High fashion usually comes from Paris. Is how it goes.
Right. Well, having grown up with four sisters, I knew what a French heel was, and then eventually it got corrected on me. And again, there are really no French heels anymore. It's all high heels at that point, if you will. But some will still say French heel because it's like a certain height or something to that effect that gives it that proper designation of a French heel, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. French heels. Can the little men, the little elves that make the shoes for the guy? What's that story? The cobbler who had to make shoes, and he was so tired, so these elves or whatever made shoes for him as he slept, and then he had to try and take care of them or something. I don't know. It's some sort of kid story, or maybe not a kid story, a folklore thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. And then in Saturday Night Live, they did it with Louis C.K. at the time before he was canceled. They did it with Louis C.K. and the elves apparently were a bunch of horny bastards.
Really?
Where they wanted the cobbler said, "Oh no, we didn't make any shoes," because they would stop making shoes. Said, "Oh, guess you better punish us." It's like, oh Lord. It was weird.
Lord.
It was weird. It had Kenan Thompson was in that back when he was on Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
Let's do another one here. Random acts of kindness. On May 10th, 1975, Washington, D.C. hosted Human Kindness Day 4, organized by a non-profit arts education group called Compared to What, with the support of the D.C. government and the National Park Service. The event attracted a crowd of 125,000 people and featured Stevie Wonder, Graham Central Station, and other popular bands. At a press conference following the event, police announced that there had been 600 arrests, nearly 500 robberies, 150 windows that were smashed, 120 occurrences of public brawling, 42 looted concession stands, 33 acts of arson, 17 acts of violence towards police officers, and 14 completely demolished cars. Miss Carol Kirkendall, a spokeswoman for the organizers, said that although sporadic rock-throwing, public mayhem, and purse snatchings had been a sadness, a lot of beautiful things were going on out there. I guess if you leave the milk of human kindness out in the sun too long, the sour cream of the crop will rise to the top. So it's supposed to be weird. Human Kindness Day, and it was anything but. It's like, what's up? All right. I mean, where does this take place? Chicago? What is this?
I don't know. I don't remember what you said at the beginning there. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I mean, it's, actually, no, Washington, D.C. Oh, yeah. Human Kindness Day in Washington, D.C. is like, okay. I don't know. When was this? 1975. What was going on in 1975? Were things still racially charged and all that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not that abreast of that time of history. Sorry, just not.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It is kind of a weird one.
Yeah. Okay.
All good.
Well, all right. We got do one more. The Emperor's New Chair. In the late 1890s...
Another chair? Wait a minute.
Yeah, there's also a chair one. Yeah, in the late 1890s, Emperor Menelik II, 1844 to 1913, of Abyssinia, now Ethiopia, learned that electrocution had become the newest method of capital punishment and wanted to prove to his subjects that Abyssinia could execute with the best of them. The emperor ordered 3 expensive new electric chairs and was shocked to discover they required electricity to work. Abyssinia did not yet have electrical power. The emperor decided to use one of the electric chairs as his throne. Not to let it seem as if he wasn't grounded, his aides spread the claim that the emperor was immune to the killing ways of the white man.
Wow.
That's funny. So, he thought the chair came with electricity? Okay.
I guess so.
I mean, it was, I guess, electric stuff, like, for a while it was still kind of mystifying, especially in, like, 1844.
Yeah.
It's still something that was kind
of... That's a little odd, but I guess so. I mean, I guess you figured that since it was an electric chair, it would come with electricity.
Yeah, I mean, batteries hadn't been invented yet. It could be now. You
sure.
could probably have a portable electric chair that chills someone.
What's wrong with that? That's not a bad idea, Jay.
Sure.
Come on.
Hey, you know what? I'll patent it. I'll go on Shark Tank. That'll be fine.
Well, damn it. You know what? We have electric cars. They should come with electricity.
That's right. And they kind of do. I don't know. But anyway... we'll get more on that, huh?
Do they really?
Well,
aren't they just borrowing the electricity?
Well, you're borrowing a lot of things. We're all living on borrowed time. Anyway, we're about to run out of time, so we're out of our coffee, and we got more stories, but we'll come back on the next time, whatever, for the coffee table. We'll see y'all next on This You Call News. Bye bye. And now it's time for This You Call News. And with our article for this you call news, it's Mitch of Olympian Lockies. Mitch!
Thanks, Jay. This is from Always Pets. Last month in December, Orange Cat receives restraining order and owner fined $1,500 for damages. A court in southern France reviewed a 90-page complaint that linked an orange tabby named Remy to property damage next door. The file included photos of paw prints on drying plaster, notes about garden waste, and reports of stained bedding. Those documents led to a ruling that ordered Remy's owner, Dominique Valdez, to pay a four-figure fine and accept a penalty system tied to any future crossings into the neighbor's yard. The case has since gone viral on the internet because a roaming house cat now carries restrictions that resemble a legal boundary line. The dispute that turned into a costly ruling. Local reports identified Remy as the cat at the center of the conflict in Agde near Béziers. A neighbor accused him of climbing the fence and causing repeated damage, which included marks on wet plaster, waste in the garden, and urine on a duvet placed outside. The accusations had been mounting for months, eventually forming the basis of a formal complaint. When the case reached the Béziers court, the judge concluded that Dominique had financial responsibility as Remy's owner. The ruling required her to pay £1,250, approximately $1,500. The court also approved an additional charge of £30 for each future intrusion. Later reporting suggested that an upcoming hearing could expand the total to £2,000 and raise the repeat penalty to $50 per incident. Proof and a sudden confinement. Dominique challenged the judgment and argued that the evidence did not confirm Remy as the culprit. Another ginger cat moves through the same neighborhood, which complicates claims based on color or general appearance. She stated that the photos did not identify Remy and that the neighbor's file lacked the certainty required for a decision of this magnitude. After the ruling, Dominique confined Remy to the indoors to avoid additional fines. She later described his behavior as tense and reactive, as she had gained weight due to the abrupt lifestyle change. She viewed the situation as a second punishment that affected her pet more than the financial penalty affected her.
And just a quick thing on that, Anne said he had gained weight, not her. So said the cat gained weight.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize. Okay, I missed that. He had gained weight. Okay. Animal welfare concerns about legal precedent. Animal protection groups voiced broader concerns and warned that treating normal cat behavior as a billable offense could discourage future adoptions. Domestic cats often roam, even when well cared for, and do not recognize human property boundaries. Confinement can reduce conflict between neighbors, and many specialists note that sudden indoor living may cause stress for animals used to outdoor territory. These groups stress that rulings based on limited evidence create a complicated standard for pet owners. If courts begin to accept complaints without clear proof, more neighbors may file similar claims, and ordinary disputes could escalate into costly legal issues. The ruling generated strong reactions online. Many users criticized the neighbor's approach, saying the complaint exceeded what most people expect in a residential area with connected yards. Others pointed out that property damage still matters and that frustration grows when problems continue without resolution.
This is ridiculous. What a frivolous lawsuit. I understand, like you're saying, the damage to someone's property. I get that, but at the same time, it's a cat. It's a cat, and cats do what cats do, and also this is just a waste of the court's time. Honestly, this could be settled between the homeowner that's pissed off and the owner of the cat. Why they have to go to court? Unless maybe we don't know that side. It hasn't been laid out
because they didn't agree. Clearly.
Yeah, clearly they didn't agree.
The reason it went to court is because clearly they didn't agree. Courts are where stuff like this are always settled,
Yeah.
Jay. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let's be fair about that. I understand. I understand the case for wanting to go to court. Okay, look, your cat screwed up my stuff. Well, you don't know it's my cat. It could be another person's cat.
Right.
Well, I've got the proof to show you. No, you really don't have the proof to show me.
Unless you have video of my cat doing it, you don't have it.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah.
The video doesn't really denote. It's not a clear quality video or this, that, or the other.
Right.
Okay,
no,
fine.
This was just photos. This guy only had photos. Whoever this is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you know what? Yeah, I mean, well, it all depends, Jay. How close of a photo did he get? Did he get so close that it's like, yes, that is my cat? Clearly not, because of the way it's written.
Yeah, she stated that the photos did not identify Remy and that the neighbor's file lacked the certainty required for a decision of this magnitude. So,
but clearly she was wrong because they still ruled in this guy's favor. Clearly,
yeah, something for the judge made it for them. Where they're like, all right, I mean, it's just
look.
This is so frivolous. It's ridiculous.
I read this because I am a cat owner. Okay.
Yeah.
And I am in an area where my neighbor is right next to me. Okay.
Sure.
I'm in a townhouse.
Yeah.
So I understand this situation to a degree of sorts.
Uh-huh.
I can understand that, hey, if the cat comes and messes up my yard, I would like for you to take care of this.
Sure.
Okay. But as long as we know that it's my cat, then yes, I will take care of it.
Right.
But I just it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Especially, I mean, clearly the guy had the proof. It's done and over with.
He had something that they accepted as proof.
Absolutely.
The judge, it was clear enough for the judge. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I understand every aspect as to why it was done. Okay, the guy was like, "Look, I've got photos of your cat messing up my yard or something to that effect. That's not my cat." Well, dude, I don't know what else you want me to freaking do, but I need you to take care of this. It's clearly your cat. I know it's your cat. I know what your cat looks like. I've seen the cat in your arms. I've seen the cat go to your house. Blah 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 blah. Just pay for it. Okay, just pay for it. At the same time, if he couldn't show enough proof, then why did it directly to her? I mean, if that wasn't sufficient enough, the court clearly said, "Yeah, it's your cat. Have a nice day." The law is the law.
Law is the law.
Okay,
that's true.
In the end, the law is the law.
Yeah.
Sometimes the law goes in our favor. Sometimes the law does not go in our favor.
Sometimes the law is used for stupid things like this. Yes.
That's right. That's exactly right. The law is used for stupid things like this. Totally agree. Totally agree.
And it's cases like this that hold up the system for people to actually have things that need to get done, like actual, murder cases and that kind of crap.
Well, Jay, come on. But Jay, there's all sorts of situations like this. I mean, come on, man. This is, look, my property got damaged. I need this person to pay for it. They refuse to pay for it. I have the evidence to show that. Therefore, I'm going to take them to court, and they lawfully have to pay for it. That's what this wonderful democracy of ours is all about. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's mine. This is yours, and if you don't want to settle this like an adult, then it's time to go to court and have someone officially say you're right. He's wrong. You owe. You pay. Whatever it is.
I don't know. I just think it's been getting blown way out of proportion, and it's just a waste of people's time. That's all.
Okay.
Honestly,
well, I mean,
I don't know.
I guess you've never had to take someone. You've never had to take somebody to court before, or you've never been taken to court before.
No, I haven't.
I've been taken to court.
Yeah.
Was
it about something stupid?
I gotta say. So this happened. Oh gosh, 20 some years ago. We were moving into our house.
Yeah.
And we had paid our roommate's friend to paint our house. Well, he spoke with my wife and gave her a number, and he spoke with me and gave me a different number. I then paid him the amount that we had agreed on, and then he had turned around and told our roommate that if they don't pay him if we don't pay him the other amount, he's going to put a lien on our house. So we could not buy it because we were in the process of trying to buy it.
Well, that's a bigger issue than what this is. That's an actual issue that requires
okay.
a court.
You want to know how much money it was, Jay?
How much?
$200.
Okay, but at the same time, it's still holding you up from, like you said, from trying to buy your house.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So that's a big issue.
Right. So
something that huge needs the court.
Right. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna nip this in the bud right now. I wrote up a check for $200, and I put in the memo, house paint job paid in full. Okay. Now, do you know what that means when you do something along those lines, Jay? Are you familiar with the law?
No.
Okay. If he cashes that check right then and there, that is a done deal because he just cashed a check that I wrote down, house paint job paid in full. That means I fully paid him, which means it is no longer, I mean, if he wants to take me to court, he can go to take me to court, but guess what? You're going to lose because in the eyes of the law, I paid my debt to you.
Right. Things have been settled.
Right. Well, guess what? He still took me to court. He also cashed in that check one weekend when he was down in Charlotte, North Carolina, because I could tell when it was cashed and where it was cashed from, at which location. And he took him to court and showed the judge this. The judge threw the case out. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Over $200, Jay. I went to court over $200 as a defendant and won.
Yeah.
So, yes, I understand about the waste of the court's time. I totally get it. Dude was just, and honest to God, he's like, well, I just did it to prove a point. And what point is that? That I should make sure that my wife and I are on the same page as far as our payment to you is concerned? Go piss up a rope.
I mean, but like, that has different extenuating circumstances where it's like, okay, you're about to lose the house that you're trying to buy. That I can understand going to court to try to fight that. This is ridiculous. This thing with the cat, cats go where they go. If there's an outdoor cat, they're going to go where they go. And it's like, if
the cat is causing some sort of damage,
if it's like significant damage, yes, then sure.
Well, it's clearly significant damage, man. It's $1,500 worth of damage.
Well, that could just be duress or whatever.
$1,500.
That could just be like, that could just be like $1,500 to like say like, to make an example. It's like, never do this again, that kind of crap.
It could have been an accumulation of cost over a long period of time. The guy probably experienced it for quite some time and just had enough of it. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm having to pay for the same thing over and over again to fix it, and he keeps on.
I mean, to be fair, it's a 90-page complaint that this guy put in. So
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, we don't have the exact extenuating circumstances. We don't have the extenuating circumstances.
Right.
This article didn't have that, but I'm just saying, like, cats do what cats do, and I'm still saying this is just a ridiculous thing, and it should never happen. It should have been settled.
I disagree. I thought it. I disagree, sir. I think it was a good. I think it was a good, interesting thing. I thought it was kind of funny in a lot of ways because they're taking a cat to court. Come on, give me a break. But in all fairness, after reading it, he deserves every bit.
All right. Anyway, let's move on to the second article. Right.
Yep.
All right. Let's go with New York Post. The thing I love to hate.
Oh, you love the New York Post.
Oh, I guess I do.
All the great articles.
I mean, New York Post has the weirdest fucking shit. I mean, it's just strange. This one is called "Complete Strangers Are Bonding Over Having the Same Freaky Dream That Takes Place in a Mall."
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Well, apparently, it's a thing published October 6, 2025, and here we go. How bizarre Z's are typed in a weird way. It's like, like snoring Z's. Stunned social media users are comparing their uncanny and recurring dreams of a so-called mall world despite never having actually met in real life. Those who have experienced the metaphysical phenomenon say these labyrinthian dreams occur in real-world pedestrian settings, such as theme parks, apartments, cruise ships, schools, and most frequently, indoor shopping malls. For some,
What?
yeah, for some Escher-esque mall world dreams have occurred for years and even decades. It could be more than a coincidence. At the first level, every dream is an interior discussion about a subject from this week you are attempting to come to a conclusion about, dream analyst Lane Dolphin told the Post. Through the events of the dreams, though the events of the dreams vary from person to person, the similarities sleepers discovered have sparked a viral discourse on theories of a collective dream space in groups such as Reddit's r/the Mall World or via Mall World Discord channel. I originally created this page to make sure I wasn't the only one experiencing this stuff, wrote the creator of r/Mall World, which sees over 3,600 weekly visitors. This has gotten much
good for them.
Yeah, this has gotten much larger than expected. Since then, the conversation has recently incepted across various social media platforms. Skeptic at Never Boring Ever sparked the conversation on TikTok after watching another user discuss her workplace-based dream about working at a mall restaurant. Now I'm listening because I have recurring dreams where I'm either in a huge mall and I've been having these dreams for like 20 years, said the social media creator from Missoula, it's MT, Montana, recalling many as childhood nightmares. Some of her viewers claim to have found their snoozing selves in the same dizzying dreamscapes for years. TikTok user at Tay Lane's versions of Mall World were even darker, up insurmountable staircases and down super narrow, shadowy hallways with apartment doors stretching out before her in the millions. Every time
terrible.
Every time I start this stream, I start up on the second level, and I'm looking up at this huge staircase. And for some reason in my dream, I keep thinking, how am I supposed to get all my laundry up to my room upstairs? She said. Potentially thousands of others have echoed these experiences online, claiming that this unnerving dream motif has previously interrupted their good night's sleep too. TikTok user at Failey247 says she found r/the Mall World after searching for answers about her water park dreams that felt like an AI version of reality. Finding the Mall World has literally changed my life because there are 20,000 people having the same exact dreams as mine, she rejoiced. I finally don't feel alone, wrote another believer on Reddit. I feel so much relief in not being the only one. Why the dream is so popular remains up to sleep scientists to unveil. Dolphin, a dream expert who previously acted as a consultant for Pixar's Inside Out, explained that dreams are there to help you reconcile with your subconscious. We are problem solving in our dreams, so the goal is to help you connect to that very specific, very recent situation you were discussing with yourself when you had the dream, she told the Post in an email. The mood evoked by Mall World may hold connections to real-world anxieties that many of us share because these settings have brought on similar feelings in the past. The unconscious only has one goal, Dolphin explained. It wants you to take the interior conversation and bring it outside to waking life, where you can discuss it. Get feedback and ideas from those you love and trust.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
that is interesting.
A Mall World. I don't think I've ever had that kind of dream. You ever had a dream about a
mall? No, I've never had a dream about a mall at all, ever.
I've had some weird dreams, but not about a mall.
Sure. I think I've had a few weird dreams myself, but no, not one about a mall. And I mean, a good on them to find a support circle for something interesting like this. I mean, that's good on them to, figure out, hey, things like this happen. I just, I don't know. I've never really had any recurring dreams or any kind of strange dream. I cannot remember the last time I remembered my dream.
The most recent dream I remember was actually like a couple days ago. I don't know why, but I'm like lying in bed, and then like I got the covers on, and there's like a snake that's hanging around. I'm like, oh shit, a snake! So I'm like trying to get away with the blanket. And stuff.
Damn!
And then
oh no!
And then I think my mom comes in and is like she's trying to get the snake to go away too, and then like the snake jumps off and attacks the dog. And then attacks my mom.
Oh, no.
I'm like, okay. And at that point, I wake up. I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't know what to say about that.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's a weird dream.
Terrible. Oh, I'm so sorry.
More like a nightmare. It's like, okay, I don't understand that one.
Yeah. Did you wake up like with deep, heavy breathing or sweating or anything crazy?
No,
like that?
I just woke up and I was like, what the? I woke up and I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
I don't understand.
Sure.
That was very strange. Yeah, I don't know how many people are actually like, because there's that whole mob mentality kind of thing, right? And especially that people are talking about it on TikTok. People kind of like just kind of lump in and say, "Oh yeah, I had it too. I had that dream too," and like they probably never had the dream. They're just saying it just to be part of something, be part of some sort of experience.
Well, some people just want to belong, sir.
It's true. But mall world, it's like, that's a thing.
That's a new one on me, man. I mean,
I
remember going in the mall as a kid. I know the malls in the area at this point in my life, and no, at no time do I recall. Let me think here. Give me a minute while my brain scans its memory logs here. I'm an older unit, so it might take a minute. No, I really don't think that I've ever had a dream in the mall.
No.
Or being in the mall.
Or any kind of thing that resembles the mall.
No, yeah. That's kind of weird, man. Most of the dreams that I can remember, they were inside my house or something to that effect.
I had dreams when I was younger, like about being in school, that kind of thing, but not a mall.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't know. But leave it to people on Reddit.
I'm glad they found a support group to help out with something like this. Sure.
Yeah.
That's
even though some of them might
clearly,
not be truthful.
Clearly the doctor is like a Freudian doctor here. I mean, eventually it's going to lead back to sex with your mother.
Oh God. No. No. Anyway, on that note, note, I was going to bring us to the end of this you call news and also the episode. Two really interesting
Another
stories.
Great one in the books.
Another great one in the books. So we had mall dreams. We had a cat in court. We had what do we have? A chair as a card.
Chair as a card. That's right.
What else was in? What was in that stupid history thing? The
history that the Tom thing.
Oh yeah, William Tell.
William Tell is all fake. Yep.
Yeah, and then for of course crazy. Topic of the week, infomercials. Yeah.
Yes, those crazy commercials, kiddies.
Yeah, very strange.
Please
episode overall.
Buy my product.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about him. Yeah. The video professor. What a thing.
Yeah. I totally forgot about the video professor.
Yeah. So people look that up. Video professor. It's really weird. But anyway,
it's
funny. But that's gonna do it for us here at Olympia and Lockheed. As always, my name is Jay,
and I'm Mitch.
Love, peace, and respect. We'll catch y'all again right here on the next episode of Olympia and Lockheed.
Bye for now.
If you should or would like to contact us, please find us at our Facebook page, Olympia and Lockheed. We will be glad to hear from you.